At the beginning of September 2022, Samantha completed her clutter clearing journey. This means she's cleared all her clutter and created the habit she needs to stay clutter-free forever. To complete her 7-step clutter clearing journey, Samantha completely cleared 10 rooms and areas in her home that had been completely cluttered for 17 years. She cleared a hallway, stairs, landing, kitchen, front room, dining room, 3 bedrooms, an attic, a double garage, and 1 storage unit the size of a single garage. She now has her email inbox below 100 read and unread emails. 71% of the clutter she categorized and sorted came off the clutter conveyor belt. She had over 50 black sacks of donations to give to her local charity shop. 25 trees have been planted in her name with the 7-step journey paperwork reward challenge because she's shredded over 125 black sacks of paperwork clutter. Her home is now on the market as she plans to downsize now that the children have their own homes and families, and she plans to use the equity to travel. With the weekly shopping challenge, Samantha started saving over £80 or $95 a week by the end of step 1, which covered the cost of her private journey membership. As a direct result of doing her weekly paperwork clutter clearing sessions, by the end of step 2, Samantha had cancelled 3 monthly payments and 2 annual payments on her bank account that she didn't know were being taken, and which saved her a further £200 or $240 a month. They were 1 insurance for a pet who had passed away 3 years ago, 1 professional subscription that she'd been paying for every year on automatic renewal, even though she'd been retired for 8 years, 1 gym membership she'd never used, 1 mobile cell phone app subscription she didn't use, and she didn't even remember downloading it either. She cancelled the Netflix subscription, which she'd signed up to at the beginning of the pandemic and used only a handful of times before starting her clutter clearing journey. By the end of her 7-step journey, Samantha had saved enough money to get her boiler fixed, new windows, and her attic insulated, ready to go on the market. Samantha took nearly 6 months to complete step 1 of her journey and just over 3 months to complete step 7. It took her a total of 2.5 years to complete her clutter clearing journey, proving that getting into a routine of doing the doing, breaking your giving up habit, and learning about why you have your clutter challenge in step 1 is harder than the physical clearing that you start in step 2 of the journey. Samantha started her private journey at the beginning of the pandemic. As Samantha explains, like many, I panicked at the start of the pandemic when the lockdowns came in. Being stuck at home with my clutter was my idea of a nightmare, and only being able to go out for 1 hour a day of exercise made me realize just how much time, energy, and effort I had put in to avoiding my clutter and procrastinating at dealing with it. Why didn't I put that time, energy, and effort into clearing my clutter instead? If only I knew what I know now. Just before the pandemic, I was diagnosed with having adult ADHD, and the specialists implied that my hoarding was a symptom of that, and I just had to learn to live with it. Now, I'll admit I was pleased to begin with the diagnosis because I felt like it was giving me an excuse from taking responsibility for it. Then a friend told me she'd seen a video come up on YouTube when she was browsing one day. It was some woman called Clutter Clearing Clare, and she sent me the link. It was about the conveyor belt concept. I watched some more videos, which got me thinking, hang on, that's logical. And it makes sense with my ADHD that I accumulate impulsively, that I struggle to focus and struggle to finish things, struggle to relax. Then I saw the invite to the free social gathering and I haven't looked back. I joined one of the free social gatherings Claire did at the beginning of the pandemic, and I signed up for the Pandemic Getting Started course, which made me realize just how much help I really needed. This time I didn't get overwhelmed. I finally accepted that I couldn't deal with my clutter on my own, and I could either keep making excuses or finally accept Clare's help to break my procrastination and giving up habit. What's so frustrating with the journey isn't so much the time it takes, although like everyone, I wish I could have done it quicker. What I found really frustrating was learning and understanding things that made so much sense, that made me understand why I've struggled for so long. Once I understood my why and started to see it in my life timeline, which is such a powerful tool that you use throughout your journey, that's when I felt like I'd turned a corner. I didn't feel so stupid, useless, or hopeless, and I decided to stop making excuses and start making regular time to get the help I needed to create the life I wanted. When I started my journey, I only managed to focus on watching my videos for about 30 minutes a day before I felt overwhelmed. Thank goodness I had the weekly private clutter clearing sessions with Clare, so I didn't give up like I would have done on my own. Step 1 took me nearly 6 months to finish, but eventually I was able to do 2 separate 1-hour sessions a day, so 2 hours a day in total, the absolute maximum. It's funny that I'm impulsive because of my ADHD, and you could say I was impulsive about starting my journey almost immediately. I knew my ADHD, I'd need Clare's undivided attention, and to do my clutter clearing journey in my morning time. I live in the UK. I almost can't believe I've cleared all my clutter myself without Clare ever coming to my home. My doctor can't believe it either. It's definitely made him rethink his assumption that once a hoarder, always a hoarder. Now I'm able to sell my home for its full market value, so I can finally start living my best life and start traveling. To anyone who's struggling or scared, I'm here to tell you, you don't be, just do it. Start your journey, you won't regret it. If you're ready to start your clutter clearing journey to your clutter-free life, click on the link with this video and let's start your 7-step journey.